Hey everyone, I am back to film the automation portion of your total brokerage training. Just want to go ahead and jump into this. So at the moment, I am on our dashboard of our total brokerage menu. So what I'll do is I'll navigate over to the menu on the left-hand side. I'll go to marketing and I'll go to automations. So something to keep in mind here is automations are different than action plans. Automations are more so for a lead that maybe you generated through your website, or maybe it was something from Zillow, and it's going to just send them a series of emails in a particular order. It has nothing really to do with date, but rather the date that they were put on this automation. So it's going to always send in the same order every single time. So because of that, this isn't necessarily best for holidays because you can't choose to send something on December 25th for Christmas. This is more so maybe you want to share someone the home buying process and you're going to break it up into 12 different emails or whatever it may be. And so let's say they subscribe to your website and you want to just share some knowledge with them. So maybe the first email will be, thanks so much for subscribing to our website. And you're just kind of introducing yourself. Maybe the next step would be the first step in the home buying process. The next step would be the second step in the home buying process. So let's go ahead and walk through that really quick and I'll kind of show you how to set it up. So the first thing is you'll go up to actions, add new automation. And we will call this website lead. Home buying process. You can obviously call it whatever you want. This is a test one, so it won't be completely perfect by any means. So I'm going to say only I can use this. You guys are more than welcome to open these up to the whole office or brokerage. I'm sure other agents that maybe are lacking inspiration would very much appreciate that. All right, so I'll hit save. So at this point, I need to actually set up my steps. So we'll do no steps found. So this first step is just introduction. So at this point, maybe you would introduce yourself to them, thank them for subscribing to the website. So type of action, we're going to send an email. This is active. We're currently running this. And so run based on when contact is added to the automation. That means that it's going to run automatically. Or you could say, I want it to run at 9:45 on the first day. You can get really specific with what time, maybe based on open rates or anything like that. But we're just going to go ahead and say run based on when the contact is added to the automation. Okay, so this is from the contact's owner, that's you. And so subject, and you'll say, thanks so much for reaching out. Okay. And you can add a template down here. So if you have any templates that are already set up, feel free to add that. I'm going to scroll through here and see if I have anything applicable. Let's see. Not really. So let's just go ahead and not choose a template for now, but I could set that up later and swap it out if I wanted, but we'll just say insert contact's full name. Thank you so much for reaching out. We will be trying to contact you by phone over the next few days. But in the meantime, I wanted to let you know that we are here to answer any of your questions. Okay. And then I would let them know that they will be receiving more emails. So I would say over the next few weeks, you will be receiving emails to teach you about the home buying process. Thank you. I don't know. I'm obviously going off the cuff right now, so that's not very good, but you guys get the idea. And then you can hit save. And of course, we can always do HTML instead if we wanted to come in and write some HTML code and put that here. But that's why I recommend working off of your template instead. So we'll go ahead and save that step. And we'll go into the second step. Okay, so we'll say this step 2, or step 1, home buying process, finding a realtor. Okay. So this is active. I want to send this 3 days after the initial email. Okay, so then we'll say step 1 of the home buying process, finding a realtor. Okay, so insert contact full name. So thank you so much, blah, 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 blah. The first step is blah, 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 blah. So you guys get the idea on the content that we're creating here. I'm not going to go too far into it at the moment, but you guys kind of get the idea. So I'll hit save on this, and then we'll go actions, add a new step. We'll do step 2, home buying process, getting pre-approved, okay? So then we're gonna run this 6 days because we want these coming every 3 days or so. So we'll say step 2 of the home buying process, getting pre-approved. This would be a great opportunity to plug a lender that you work heavily with. You can obviously enter their website, you can enter their contact. And like I said, we can do full HTML in here. So if you have anyone that you know can write HTML, then of course make a nice pretty email and put it in here, okay? So we'll save that. Oops, I guess I need to put something in here. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. All right, so you guys get the idea on here. So now let's talk about automation triggers, because this is the order that everything's gonna send in. So this is gonna send it immediately. This is gonna delay 3 days, and this is gonna delay 6 days, okay? So automation triggers, this is what's gonna actually start that email automation. So right now I currently have one that's a website inquiry. So we'll add a new trigger. That was me just playing around with it. Okay. So let's do the automation name is the website lead home buying process. That's the one that we just created. And the trigger email, this means that the lead came in through this email. So I have a third party set up on this email. So we'll just make this the Edgewood Avenue office. Okay. So any leads that we get through that will be put on this process. So that being said, you can't necessarily have different ones for Zillow and different ones for your website because we kind of are using the same email as a whole for all of your leads coming in, but you can also put your customers on their own automation. So if you want to change it, you're more than welcome to do that, okay? All right, so let's say maybe I have this person on the home buyer automation, but they might not necessarily be interested in buying a home. They might be interested in selling a home. So that's not the best automation for them. All I have to do is pull up the contact. Oops, I must have had them removed. Oh, that's because I'm in the wrong menu. Oopsies. So view contacts. Okay, so let's say I have the automation trigger to set up to automatically put them on this home buying process automation. So maybe that isn't the best automation for them because maybe they're not interested in buying a home. Maybe they're interested in selling a home. So all I would have to do is come into the system and change their automation from the home buying process one to the home selling one. Obviously, I don't have that set up right now, but all you have to do is navigate to their page underneath View Contacts, pull open the contact, hit the Automation tab, and then we can put them on whatever automation we want. We can also put them on multiple automations. So maybe I want them on that one as well. So you can see that, you can see the date that this started, okay? And then if there's any kind of delay in running this, you can choose to send it now. So it's gonna launch that, okay? That's really it for automations, guys. It's essentially a drip campaign. However, it's not solely based off of dates. It's more so based off of where they're at in the process. So keep in mind, you can also use this for your home buying and selling process. So let's say you have a standard 45-day contract, and so your dates are kind of hitting everywhere. You could create a 45-day standard drip campaign and put your customer on this automation that says, okay, we're 10 days, or we're 3 days in, now the binder's due. Okay, we're 10 days in, so we need to get that inspection rolling. So different things like that. It might not match up perfectly, but that being said, you can always come in and you can choose to send things a little earlier if maybe things are moving ahead of schedule. But it's just a good idea to make sure that everyone's in the loop and they know what's going on. But that's all. If you have any questions for me or for Kira or any of the managers, we'd be happy to help. Thanks so much. Have a great day.